What's up everyone, Techie Josh here, and in today's video we will be comparing the iPhone 4 running iOS 7.1.2 versus the iPhone 5s running iOS 10.3.1. Let's get started. Now these devices are turned on, as you can see right here. Zoom in a bit. World's slowest zoom ever. Alright, so now that they're powered up, they are connected to the same Wi-Fi network as you will see right here. Excuse that message. You can see that right there. And the iPhone is on the same network. The iPhone 4 is on the same network. Alright, so like I was saying, as usual, let's go ahead and start with a boot down test. Then we'll go ahead and do a boot up test and then move on. Lock screens look pretty similar, but they are very different. Well, I mean not the lock screen, the power off screen. Let's go ahead and do it in 3, 2, 1. The 5S is off, and as you see, the 4 is still going, and it's finally off. Now let's go and do a boot up test. To do it like this, because my left hand, well, I'm bad with my left hand, so let's go ahead and do it in 3, 2, 1. As you can see, the 5S booted up first, or showed the Apple logo first. So this may take some time, just to let you guys know. I don't know what to talk about in the meantime. You can see that how much bigger the 5S is over the 4 if we line it up just like so. We really have come a long way from these iPhones. Okay, I know that really did not make sense, but as you can see, the 5S booted up first, and my head is just not here right now because I've been doing so much stuff earlier, and I said to myself I wasn't going to announce anything that I was doing earlier, but there you go. The 4 is now booted up, and there is no SIM card on the 4. There is a SIM card in the 5S. The default SIM is in the 5S. So let's go ahead and kick things off with the Mail app. Apparently I have 21 Mail on the iPhone 5S. In 3, 2, 1. 5S just blazing right there. Loaded my emails and whatnot. Little stutter on the 5S right there, I just saw. Let's go ahead and do calendar. 5S. Photos. 5S. Camera, now this is important. 5S. If you want to capture that fast shot, the 5S is the way to go apparently. Weather, or well no, maps. I'm going off of the 5S. Alright, the 5S loaded it first, but the 4 is not too far behind. Clock. That was a mistap. 4 didn't register. There we go, 5S still faster. And now I got 21 Mail on the 4. Videos, or wait, I'm all over the place, I'm sorry. Weather. As you can see, they're both showing different temperatures. 5S won that one. Stocks. 5S just blew the 4 out of the water. Next we have wallet, which the 4 does not have, but instead it does have passbook, so let's go and test that instead. The 4 actually looked like it popped up first. Now let's go to notes. didn't register on the 4. Didn't register. What's going on here? Looks like the 4 might have loaded it faster. Now let's go to reminders. Just see how much faster the 5S is over the 4. That also shows you how far we've come. Even though these are 3, 4-year-old, 5-year-old phones here, the 4 being much older than the 5S. 4 does not have news. Skip that. Let's go to iTunes Store. Okay, the 5S won that one. We're still waiting for the 4. Okay, 4. Took about like 9 seconds for the 4 to load. A little stutter there on the 5S if you just saw that. App Store. The 5S actually beats the 4. Well, it should because it's faster. Has a new 64-bit processor. This phone, the 5S, was amazing when it was first announced. And as you can see, it still is in today's world. Alright, now let's go to settings, because the iPhone 4 does not have books, TV, home, or health. So let's go to settings. 5S. Now let's go down here to the dock, phone, 5S. 4 was like 2 seconds behind, I think, but it was on a different tab. Safari. And now let's go ahead and load up the... Actually, let's go ahead and load up a different website than usual. Let's go ahead and do The Verge. 4 is lagging on me. Oh. Sorry. Alright, let's go and see if this brings up the same site. And they're off, and the 5S dominates over the 4. I am on a pretty fast Wi-Fi network, and now the 4 is loading. As you can see, you can already use it on the 5S. Just goes to show how snappy and fast that 64-bit processor is. Very nice. You see pinch to zooming is very responsive. Still loading on the 4. It's actually not bad, but you do see a lot of blackness, as you can see here. And it does stutter at times because I'm pretty sure it's flash content. And now it looks like it's done, but it's still rather choppy. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I tend to speak like this a lot when I'm doing videos. Alright, there you go. As you can see, there's quite a bit of darkness as I scroll fast through here. But nonetheless, it actually does work rather well considering how old the phone is. And pinch to zoom works just about as good. Well, it looks like a little worse on the 4. Looks like it's freezing. But it still does work nonetheless. Let's go back home. Let's go to messages. iPhone is not activated. I know that. You can please stop saying that. Alright, looks like the 4 loaded it just because the 5S popped up with that stupid iPhone is not activated message. Now let's go to music. Over here on the iPhone we have the standard music, and over here on the 5S we have Apple Music. You can see how much difference these interfaces look. Don't have any music on any of them, and I don't plan to get music on them. Now let's go to the second page. Let's go to FaceTime. 5S. I apparently logged out of the 4. Let's go to what next? Hold on a minute. 4 does not have podcasts. Sorry for taking your guys' time. Let's go to calculator. About the same. I think the 5S might have won that by a split second. Let's go to compass. 5S. And I have to calibrate on the 4. Let's go to contacts. 4 actually looked like it pulled it up first. And let's go to find iPhone. Now this is included on the 5S, but not. I did have to download it on the 4. So there's that. Location is off. It's logged out of the 4. But the 5S looks like it won. And now let's go ahead and get into third-party apps. Let's go ahead and do Battery Doctor. Now you should know the story with this app. I don't like to open this app unless the phones are charging. You see what percentage they're at. You see how different it is. It's not updated on the 5S because the developer hasn't updated it. Let's go to Best Buy. Different icons. I didn't register that on the 4. There we go. Didn't. Oh, okay, it did. That was quite a lag behind 5S. And because of that, the 4 actually loaded it first. Back home. I don't have Google Drive. The main reason I have Google Drive on the 5S is because I uploaded a YouTube video using Google Drive using the 5S. So next game or next app, we'll go ahead and try Flappy Bird. 5S loaded it first. And it'll say this app needs to be updated. Flappy Bird needs to be updated. This app will not work with future versions of iOS. The developer of this app needs to update it to improve its compatibility. Whereas you did not see that message on the 4. There we go. Now let's go to Instagram. Apparently I'm logged out of the 4. It's like, what the heck happened? It's like, why am I logged out of everything on the 4? Now let's go to Kick. Completely different interfaces and app icons. The 5S won that one. Clear winner. I do not have Super Mario Run, so let's go ahead and do Messenger. The reason why I'm doing this test, I was going to save this part for like the end of this video, but I'll go ahead and just throw it out there now. The reason why I'm doing this test is because a lot of people might have one of these devices and they're still using it to this day, even though how old these devices are. But the iPhone 4 is still proven to be somewhat of a good phone still in today's world. Still pretty snappy, although you don't get as many apps due to the low iOS version. Let's go to, okay, don't have Pandora, don't have Periscope. Let's go to Snapchat. And sure, you might encounter a few hiccups with the 4, but it is still a rather good phone, even though many people, think it's not. Think it's very outdated. 5S won, waiting for the 4. Come on, 4, you can do it. And by the way, this is the double colored 4, so there's that. It's not a single color, which I actually wish it was. Okay, it's not doing anything on the 4. It seems to be logged in. I don't know why that is. The 5S won, though, that test. Now, looks like for the last app, we'll do YouTube, because that's all that I have to test out. See how different the launch is. And the 5S tops out over the 4. For some reason, some part of me in me wants to say the 4S, but sadly, this is the 4. It's not the 4S. But as you can see, the 5S won. And to show you it's a 4, there is no Siri. As you can see, I'm holding down the home button. It's just voice control. Whereas on the 5, hi Siri.
Good afternoon, Tech Geek.
There you go. Goodbye, Siri.
Okay, see you soon.
There you go. 5 is just so responsive and so fast. Now let's do the drop down menu. As you see, there was a slight hiccup with the 4 when I pulled down that time. I don't know how well you can see it, but the 4 doesn't engage until a little after I get past the notification center, the top. As for control center, they both were pretty laggy, but the 4 looked like it popped up first. As you see, the 4 takes up nearly the entire screen, whereas the new iOS takes up just about half of it, a little more than half. You see there, the 4 is just this single page. Of course, they do have the same toggles down here, is refreshed, which I enjoy the look of the new iOS version. Alright, now let's go to, let's try multitasking. Yeah, as you can see, the 4 is so old that my home button is starting to not function properly. Alright, now let's do the usual, see which app stays open the longest. Mail. Looks like the same time, impressive. Calendar. I'd say that was a tie. This is the same. Even though the 4 looked like it did have to quickly restart, but I'd say that is about the same. Gallery, or photos. You see, 4 was a little laggy. Camera. The 4 looked like it had to restart it, and the 5S was already ready to go. You see, the 4S does, or the 4 doesn't register double taps every now and then. Maps. They both had to restart, but it looks like the 4 actually, reloaded it faster, and it didn't have any messages. Didn't tell me location needed to be turned on. You see how much different the multitasking is. Clock. The 5S looked like it won it, or won that one. You see how laggy the 4 is if I just try and scroll really fast. See if I can get it to do it again. It doesn't want to do it. Alright then. Weather. Looks like it was about the same. Stocks. Looks like the 5S won that one. Yeah, 4 is starting to register double taps now. Wallet and passbook, about the same. Notes, about the same. Reminders, about the same. So as you can see, they keep apps open pretty well. iTunes Store. Looks like the 4 needed to reload it. The 5S already is done reloading it. App Store. About the same. Oh wait, no, the 4 needed to reload or refresh. Settings. Looks like the 4 actually held it open the longest. Looks like. Phone. About the same. And for the last app, not to make the video too awful long, is Safari, and let's see which one held TheVerge.com open the longest. I was gonna try and scroll on the 4, but it looks like they both needed to reload. 5S obviously loaded it fast and quicker. You see it's already usable. 4 is still taking its time to reload it. Slowly but surely reloading the page. Okay. So, hopefully you found this video enjoyable in any way. Let's go ahead and clear out the multitasking really quick. A little difficult doing it like this. Different versions of iOS. Of course you could do like, oh god, do 2 at a time, as you can see there. Quicker. Yeah, hope you found this video enjoyable in any way possible. And that's pretty much all I have to say. But make sure to go check out my first video on my other channel. The link icon will be somewhere on the screen. I think it'll be somewhere over on this side. So click that for my other channel, because I unboxed a portable charger, as you can see in the thumbnail. And yeah, go subscribe to my other channel, because I'm really trying to grow that channel as well. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again in the next one.